Do you have a fear of falling? Do you want to feel more steady? Body Balance class is designed to improve your balance, your strength, and your mobility. Our bodies are constantly making small corrections to our posture and our balance, especially as we're moving, and that's what we're going to focus on today. In this class, we'll be doing 2 progressions to a basic balance exercise. Some ways that we will progress our balance exercises is to go from simple to complex, from slow to fast, or from stationary to moving. The progression exercises will be posted on this video so that you'll be able to follow along and see what's coming next. As we're doing the progression movements, you should only perform these if the basic movement is easy for you. Before we begin, there's 3 things that you'll need to have in place. The first is to make sure that your pendants are nearby. The second is to make sure that you have a stable surface, whether that be a countertop or a chair. And the third is to sit down if and when you need as we're exercising, because all of our balance exercises will be done in the upright standing position. Are you ready to begin body balance? Let's get started with a warm-up. Sitting up tall, we're going to wake up our muscles by doing a march. Five more. 3, 2, 1. Feet flat, still keeping good upright posture. Lift those heels up. 3 more. 9 and 10. Now your toes. 2 more. Feet flat. Let's go ahead and do heel to toe, rocking back and forth. You work your ankles quite a bit while you're doing your balance exercises, so that's why we are focusing so much on the ankles right now. All right, if you're not sitting all the way back, go ahead and sit back, extend out your right leg, and draw some circles. Other direction. Go ahead and switch to your left leg. Other direction. Place your foot back down. Now working on our knees, you're going to extend and bend. Switch legs. Take your shoulders, roll them back. Relax those shoulders. Now drop your right ear down to your shoulder, keeping that shoulder down. Come back to center and switch to the other side. Back up. Center and over. Last one. And back to the middle. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for the standing up portion. For the standing up portion, you can stand behind the chair or behind your countertop. I'm going to be standing off to the side so that you can see my body movements a little bit easier. We're going to start off with a single heel raise, and this is going to be our basic move. So you're gonna take your feet, place them right up underneath your hips, shoulder width apart, standing up tall, shoulders are back. You're gonna start with the right heel, lifting it up, and then shifting over to that left heel. And again, you can hold on to the chair, shifting back and forth, putting weight on one leg and then shifting and putting it on the other. And this is ideally what we do as we're walking. One more time. Now we're going to slow that down. So you're going to start again with that right heel. You're going to lift it up, putting all that weight on that left leg, back down and switch to the other side. So we're going to hold it about 5 seconds on each leg and switch. We'll do it 2 more times. Last one. And now we're going to move to our second progression, which is speeding that up. So again, just weight shifting. You're going to go from the right to the left. Feel your body correcting itself. And back to center. All right, our next exercise is going to be a double heel raise. So again, checking your feet right up underneath your hips, sitting or standing up nice and tall. And we'll do the double heel raise. This one's a little bit more difficult, so I'd recommend holding onto the chair. You're gonna lift both heels up and then slowly back down. As we do this one, make sure you're not rocking back and lifting your toes up. You're just lifting the heel up and then coming fully back down onto the foot. All right, that was our basic move. Our first progression is doing that a little bit slower. So you're gonna come up, you're gonna hold it, and slowly back down. If that's too difficult, remember you can go back to that basic move and do it at your own pace. Feel that working your calves and your ankles. 2 more times. And back down. Now our second progression is going to be speeding that up. So we're going to go up and down fairly quick. And again, as you do this, you want to make sure that your toes aren't going to come up off the floor. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and begin. Up and down. So it's like you're pumping up those calf muscles. And relax. Ooh, feel that burn. Okay, now we're going to stretch that out by doing a single toe raise, and this is going to be your basic move. So starting on that right foot, you're going to lift your toe up. Feel that stretching out that calf muscle now, back down, and your left foot. This one's a great one to build up that ankle muscle. Helps prevent you from shuffling your feet as you're walking. All right, one more time. Okay, our next progression is going to be doing it nice and slow. So let's start with that right foot. You're gonna lift it up, hold it there. Again, you're feeling that weight shift onto that left leg. And back down, switch. Again, we're holding about 5 seconds. One more time. Good. Now we're moving on to the second progression, which is doing it fast. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Back and forth, shifting that weight, lifting those toes up off the floor. And relax. Good job. Our next balance exercise is going to be a head turn. Many times as I'm talking with people and I might be talking to them and they turn around real quickly, they kind of lose their balance. So that's why we're practicing these head turns. You're gonna start out just relaxing the shoulders, and you're gonna take your chin and lead with it, turning and looking over that right shoulder, back to center and over to the left. Again, feel free to hold onto the chair. And come back to center. All right, let's do our first progression, which is going to be a forward and back reach. So you're gonna take your right hand, you're gonna lift it up in front of you, and you're gonna follow that hand forward and back with your eyes. So take that arm, bring it back behind, look back at it, and now bring it slowly forward, watching it with your eyes. We're gonna do that 4 more times. Feel that rotation in your torso. Last 2. And last 1. Again, if that was too hard, go back to the basic move. We're gonna switch arms now. I'll switch over my chair and we'll do our left arm. So left arm forward, taking that arm, bringing it back behind, and slowly forward. You can feel your weight shifting as you're doing this. Two more. Last time. And back to center. Our last progression is going to be a clock reach. So I'm again going to switch over my chair. We'll start out with this right side. You're gonna take your right arm, you're gonna raise it up, look up at it with your eyes, and now we're gonna go out to the right, down, and across the body. Up, out, down, and across. Let's do that 3 more times. Last one. Okay, let's shift over to the other side. Same thing. And we do this as a balance exercise because each and every day we are reaching for things. We're reaching for things in our cabinets, we're reaching for our clothing in our closets. And we want to make sure that we have good balance as we're reaching. Two more. Good. Okay, our next exercise is going to be the stagger stance. So you'll take your right leg and you're going to place it forward and your left leg back. And this is called a stagger stance, okay? You don't want them too close together. You want to separate them out just a little bit. And we're just going to hold this stance. That's going to be our basic move. So as we're holding this stance, you might feel that your middle or your center of gravity is a little bit weaker. It's being challenged. Okay, let's go ahead and add in our first progression, and that's the heel to toe. So you're going to take your front foot and you're going to lift your toe up, and you're going to take your back heel and lift it up. So front toe, back heel. To make that a little bit harder in doing progression number 2, we're going to lift the knee up in the front and the foot up in the back, okay? So that's only if progression number 1 was easy for you. Ready? We're going to take that knee lifted up, back foot up. If this is too hard, go back to just the plain stagger stance or the heel to toe. Feel that weight shifting forward and back. One more. Now we're going to switch and do the same thing on the left side. So let's go ahead and just get into that stagger stance. This again is our basic move. And let's do progression number 1, the heel and the toe. So starting out with that front foot, lift the toe, back heel. Shifting that weight again forward and back, challenging our balance. Let's go to progression number 2, front knee, back foot. Ready? Knee up, back foot. This is really shifting our weight, which is why it's the next progression from the heel to toe. Last one. Still focusing on that stagger stance, you're going to place your right foot forward again and left foot back. And this again will be our basic step. Our first progression is going to be the double heel raise. I would recommend holding on to the chair for this one, just for the first couple of classes. And then if you get comfortable, you can let go of the chair. Let's start out by lifting those heels up and slowly back down. Just like we did the other heel lift, you want to make sure that you're not bouncing as you do this exercise. It's a good controlled movement. One more time, and back down. Our second progression is going to be narrowing our base and moving those feet closer together. So as you do this, you're going to feel yourself be a little bit more top heavy because your base is getting smaller and you're challenging your center of gravity. Relax, let's switch to the other side. Placing that left foot forward, right foot back. And now we'll do progression number 1, the double heel raise. Ready? We're going up and slowly back down. Back down, okay? Second progression is narrowing that base. So go ahead and slide those feet a little bit closer together. And relax. We are now going to move on to some stepping exercises. So having your feet about shoulder width apart, checking your posture, we're going to step forward, middle, side, middle, back, middle. Now before we begin, I want you to check around you and make sure you have plenty of space and that you're not going to step on anything that might cause you to have a fall. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and start with that right leg. You're stepping forward, middle, side, middle, and back, middle. Okay, we're going to do that a couple more times. This is our basic step. Side, middle, and back, middle. Two more. All right, that was our very basic step. Moving on to progression number 1, we're going to take out that middle step. So we're going to step forward, side, back, and then swing our leg forward. Ready? Forward, side, back, swing, forward. Feel that weight shifting. You're putting more weight onto that left leg. Last time, and come back to center. Our very last progression is stepping forward and back. Ready? Take that right foot forward and back. Should be a nice fluid movement, just as if you were walking. Let's go ahead and move to the left side. Starting with that very basic step, which has the middle step. So we're going forward, middle, side, middle, back, middle. Ready? Forward, middle, side, middle, back, middle. We'll do that a couple more times. Last one. All right, let's move to progression number 1, which is eliminating that middle step. So we're going forward, side, and back. Swing forward. Two more times. And back to center. Okay, our last progression is stepping forward and back. Take that left leg, step forward, swing it back. Again, you want to make sure you're lifting that foot up off the floor. It's a nice fluid movement. One more time. And back to center. Our next stepping exercise is going to be doing side stepping. So we're going to take that right foot and we're going to just step out to the side and bring it back in one time, and this will be our basic step. So we're going out and back. As you come back, I want you to try to bring those feet semi-close because that's going to challenge your balance a little bit more. Relax. Now we'll do our first progression, which is going to be doing a double side step. So you can start out behind the chair if you'd like, so that you can hold on to the chair as you side step. I'm going to stay out to the side so that you can see my body a little bit more. So we're going out to the side 2 times. Ready? 1, 2. Bring it back. 1, 2. Again. Last time. Our next progression is going to be side stepping, but just placing our toe on the floor as we side step. So we're not going to put our whole weight down on that foot. So take that right foot, you're going to side step out to the side, just your toe being on the floor. That puts more weight on that left leg, challenging your balance and also building strength in that left leg. Bring it back, and we're going to do that 4 more times. And back. 2 more. And back to center. Switching to the other side. We're doing that basic side step. One more. Now we're going to do the side step 2 times for our first progression. So we're going out together, coming back. Two more. All right, our very last progression is going to be that side toe touch. So taking that left foot, you're going to bring it out to the side, your weight is on the toe, and bring it back. 4 more. Last one. Our very last balance exercise is going to be involving marching and putting weight on one leg. So let's start out with our basic move, which is a march. Your focus here is just lifting the feet up off the floor. Feel that working your hip flexors. Relax. And our first progression is going to be a knee lift. We're going to try to hold it about 3 seconds. If that's too hard, feel free to come back down right away. Take that right foot, you're going to lift it up. 1, 2, 3, and down. Good, let's do that 4 more times. Our second progression is going to be a knee lift, and you're going to use your opposite arm. So you're going to lift your right knee and left arm's going to go up. Now if that is too hard, feel free to hold onto the chair and just lift the knee up. Ready? All right, let's shift over to the left side. Starting out with that march. And now the first progression, lifting up that left knee. So lifting, holding, 1, 2, 3, and down. 3 more. Okay, our last progression is going to be lifting up that left knee with the right arm going up. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Ready? And relax. Good job, you've made it all the way through the balance exercises. Now we're going to move to our cool down. Sitting down now, you're going to sit at the front of the chair and we're going to stretch out these hips. So placing your hands on your knees, go ahead and rotate those toes out. Feel that stretch in your hip. Sitting up nice and tall, chest up, head up, and bring it back to center. Extend your right foot, and you're going to do a hip turn. So you're going to turn that foot side to side. This movement should be coming right up here from the hip. Go ahead and switch legs. Extend out that right leg again. You're sitting toward the front of the chair, and we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So hinging at the hips, take a deep breath in. Breathe out, lean forward. Feel that stretch. Now just breathe through the stretch. Sitting back up nice and slow. We're going to do that 3 more times. Switch legs. Again, hinging at the hips, take a deep breath in, breathe out, lean forward. 2 more times. Sitting back up nice and tall, take those arms, you're going to raise them up and back down. Let's do some breathing with this. Place those hands together, breathing in, breathing out. Again, having that good upright posture. We're squeezing those shoulder blades, and that posture is so important for your balance. Relax those arms. You all officially made it through body balance class. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.